All right, so let's get real for a second. There is no such thing as lazy kids. There are only lazy parents and habits. And trust me, I say that with love, not judgment, because I've been there. I've looked at my kids and thought, and why do I always feel like I have to push my kids to do everything? Why aren't they just naturally motivated? Then I had to do something uncomfortable. I had to look in the mirror. Because here's the truth. Kids aren't born lazy. Laziness is learned. And here's the kicker. It's usually developed unintentionally. We don't even realize we're doing it. And that's why this video is so important, because I've discovered 3 daily habits, things I was doing without even thinking, that were making my kids less motivated, less responsible, and honestly just straight up lazy. And if you're watching this, chances are you might be doing them too. So let's talk about it. Now, the first parenting habit I want to talk about is doing too much. Now, I know that might sound crazy, but hear me out. Sometimes the best thing we can do for our kids is less. And for some of y'all watching, I just freed you today. Listen, it's okay to do less, not as a parent overall, but when it comes to the things your children are fully capable of doing themselves, then do less. See, we love our kids. We want to make their lives easier. We don't like seeing them struggle. But when we constantly step in, we're robbing them of opportunities to build independence and responsibility. We're sending them the message that they can't do things on their own, that they need us to handle it for them. And over time, that turns into a habit of waiting, relying, and avoiding initiative. It's not that our kids are lazy. It's that we've trained them to depend on us too much. Think about it. If you're always the one tying their shoe, why would they ever learn to tie them? If you're always picking up after them, why would they ever clean up their own mess? If you constantly remind them to do their homework, wake them up in the morning, pack their bags, and fix their problems before they even have a chance to think, why would they ever take responsibility for themselves? And I get it. We do these things out of love. I'm guilty of it myself. But in reality, love also means letting go sometimes. It means stepping back and allowing our kids to struggle a little, to problem solve, to figure things out. Because when we stop doing too much, they start stepping up. They start learning resilience, confidence, and satisfaction that comes from doing things for themselves. And that's how we break the habit of laziness. That's how we build a foundation for lifelong success. The second habit we need to break is putting too much emphasis on the outcome and not enough on the effort. As parents, we often get caught up in results, grades, trophies, achievements. But here's the truth. Success isn't built on perfect results. It's built on effort. And if we only celebrate the wins while ignoring the work that went into them, we're teaching our kids that results is all that matters. This mindset sets them up to either chase perfection at all costs or give up when things get tough. And neither of those paths lead to any real success. Instead, we have to train our kids to focus on giving their best effort. Are they showing up? Are they pushing themselves? Are they taking pride in their work? That's what matters most. Children have to learn to value their effort over the outcome. Think about it like this. If your child rushes through their homework just to be done, they might get a passing grade. But did they learn anything? If they clean their room by shoving everything under the bed, y'all know what I'm talking about. Sure, it looks clean, but did they develop responsibility? Kids will always look for the easiest way if they think that's what gets rewarded. And here's the thing, this habit has to start early. If we wait until they're teenagers to start preaching hard work and perseverance, it might be too late. We have to instill this mindset when they are young, when they're just starting to build their work ethic. Because the child who learns to take pride in their effort today becomes the adult who doesn't cut corners tomorrow. They become the adult that won't settle for mediocrity. So let's shift our focus as parents to our kids' effort each and every day. The final parenting habit we need to change is failing to set clear expectations and consequences. Listen, how can we expect our kids to follow through if they don't even know what's expected of them? Too often, what looks like laziness is really just a lack of direction. If we don't take the time to clearly communicate what needs to be done, how it should be done, and why it matters, we're setting our kids up to fail before they even begin. And then we get frustrated when they don't meet our unspoken expectations. That's not fair to them, and it's not effective for us. Our kids need clarity. We can't just tell them to clean their room and assume they know what that means, because in their mind, they could be thinking, does that mean I need to make up the bed? Should I put away the toys? Do I need to vacuum the floor? If we haven't taught them what good looks like, how can we hold them accountable? We need to show, we need to teach, and we need to set the standard. Then they'll know exactly what's expected. And once they understand, that's when we can truly hold them accountable. Because now there's no confusion, there's no excuses, just responsibility. But listen, expectations alone aren't enough. There have to be consequences. If they're capable of doing something and they choose not to, there has to be accountability. When kids know there's no real follow through, they learn quickly that they can just ignore, and that's when the habit of laziness starts to form. But when we set clear consequences, and those consequences can be whatever makes sense for your family, then they learn that responsibility is not optional. Because in the real world, if you don't do your job, you don't get paid. If you don't meet deadlines, there are repercussions. And the sooner they learn that their actions or inactions have a cause and effect, then the more prepared they'll be for life as fully functioning adults. So here's my challenge to you. Take a step back and really look at your parenting habits. Where can you start doing less so your child can start doing more? How can you shift your focus from results to effort? Are your expectations and consequences clear enough? Small changes in these areas will have a huge impact on your child's motivation, responsibility, and work ethic. And trust me, you'll be amazed at how quickly they rise to the occasion when we stop unintentionally holding them back. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know, do you see any of these habits in your own parenting? Which one do you feel like you need to work on the most? And let's be real with each other, because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to be the best we can for our kids. And if this video resonates with you, if you found it helpful, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps to get this message out to more parents who need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe. Remember, like I tell you in all of my videos, it is up to us as parents. But if we do our job and we do it well, then our kids can be more, they can do more, and they can go out and show the world exactly what they're capable of. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.